Little Miss Recap contains adult language and is intended for entertainment purposes only. Oh, look at Leo.
He does not enjoy this.
No, he doesn't like being bounced around.
I don't think so.
Whatever, Leo.
Whatever, dude.
Buzzkill. Hi, guys. Welcome to Little Miss Recap. My name is Amy Archer. I'm your host. I'm here today with my twin flame, Amanda Lipnack-Raydell, and we are here to talk about Lilith Fair.
Yeah, we sure are.
And it's October. Let's pretend we didn't have this conversation 2 minutes ago.
Yes,
It's
and you didn't check with me on this branding. We're just
October.
going to pretend like we didn't already do this. It's fine. But I support the branding of October.
Yeah, guys, I think it's going to be every Monday in October. You'll get a new documentary. We're starting with the Lilith Fair because a lot of our listeners wanted us to do it because we're all ladies of a certain age.
We sure are.
And yeah, so what'd you think of this documentary overall?
I thought it was very good. I want to tell a funny story though first.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, is it like just a chit chat story or is it a Lilith Fair story?
It's a chit chat story.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So have I told you in the BDFs about the ducks that we keep finding in our home? Yes.
Yeah, which I think is real weird.
Found another one today.
Where?
So above our toilet in our bathroom, which is ensuite in our bedroom, there's a shelf cabinet thing in there, like nestled in behind things. It has to be the cleaning people.
It has to be the cleaning people because
no one else is in our bathroom.
Right. And that would, like, when you moved in there, that would have been, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they were empty. No, I really think it has to be the cleaning people. But now we have, I think, officially found a dozen of them.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was hilarious. I found it. I was like, are you fucking kidding? So I come out Todd's office and I just have it on my hand standing next to him. And it took him a minute to realize it was me and all that. And he's like, God damn it. Where did that one come from?
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's really weird.
I know it's a TikTok trend. I know it's like a thing.
Oh, is that what it is? It's a TikTok trend?
It's a TikTok trend. I get that.
People
have explained that to me. I just don't know who did it.
The only association I know with it is Jeeps.
Right, because they have the rubber duckies on Jeeps. And these are the tiny little glass. Yes. They're not glass. They're plastic, but they look, some are clear, some are milky.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I have to take them downstairs and add them to our little collection.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm thinking, like, aside from storing my ghost here to be able to haunt the people who live in my house after me, maybe I should be putting something else.
Yeah. Put ducks around.
Ducks or, like, I don't know, stale tuna, something weird that people are like, ugh.
Sort of like when we left a whole jar of gefilte fish in Todd's old refrigerator in his apartment with a sign that says, welcome to your new home.
There you go.
Big thing of gefilte fish. Okay,
all
Lilith Fair. Talk about happiness.
So let's talk about this. So I've never been to a Lilith Fair.
Okay.
And I was trying to think about why, because I love all of these acts. I'm a huge Indigo Girls fan. I just think it was a combination of a few things. Number one is I was away at college.
Yep.
Number two is I had zero money.
Right.
And number three is I was in a very unhealthy relationship in which I did not do much.
Where you weren't doing things on your own.
Yeah. So that's my reasoning. But you've been to a few of them.
Yes. I know I've been to 3. I think I've been to 4.
Okay.
Twice in Philadelphia, technically Camden, if you look at the list, just across the river, and then one at Montage Mountain, right around you. And it poured rain. We were like in trash bags, and it took us easily 2 hours to get off that mountain.
Yeah, the traffic on Montage Mountain has been a problem for a very long time.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Especially if there's a baseball game at the same time. Forget it.
Oh yeah. I don't even remember, but it was forever. But they were amazing. And
it's amazing. Yeah. I've seen the Indigo Girls twice. I don't think I haven't seen anybody else.
Okay.
Of the lineup. Let me pull up the lineup real quick because I just want to.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those people individually, but a lot of them I got to see because of Lilith Fair.
In 1997, the main stage artists, Fiona Apple, Tracy Bonham, Meredith Brooks, the Cardigans, Mary Chapin Carpenter, Tracy Chapman.
Oh,
I love Tracy Chapman.
I love Tracy Chapman, and what a get that was.
Paula Cole.
Yep.
Sean Colvin.
Yep.
Sheryl Crow. I love Sheryl Crow. Indigo Girls. Emmylou Harris. Jewel. I love Jewel.
I love Jewel too.
I've come to a new appreciation with Jewel since I watched Alaska,
Okay.
the show about her family. I
Yeah,
love
I
her.
love Jewel. I loved her music. I thought her
Mhm.
voice was beautiful.
Yep, Lisa Loeb, I love Lisa Loeb.
Mhm.
I always wanted to look like Lisa Loeb.
Mm.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah, you
dream of
kinda
mine.
do a little bit. I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I see it.
Sarah McLachlan, obviously. Joan Osborne.
Yes.
Is she what does she sing? Is she the one that sings "What If God Were One of Us"? Is that the song?
Yes, that's Joan.
Yeah,
I think that's Joan Osborne. Let
and
me
she's
let me
in
open up a window here because we're gonna be doing some googs, I'm sure.
oh, we're gonna be doing some gigs.
Yep.
'Cause you know how I am with contemporary music, and I consider 97 to 99 contemporary.
Saint Teresa, What If God Was One of Us?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, Saint
yeah.
Teresa was my favorite Joan Osborne song.
Okay, alright, yeah. Yeah, I remember her. Okay, so there wasn't a lot of note-taking here?
No, no, it was an interesting documentary. It really just told the story of Lilith Fair. You were kind of waiting for some
Well,
drama,
I thought like,
some
okay,
problem.
is like Elon Musk gonna swoop down and put an end to Lilith Fair and they have to battle him like they're fighting Bowser at the end.
That would be
No.
great.
No, none of that happened.
No.
But it was nostalgic and it was like a time and place and it was like a reflective documentary.
And it was interesting to hear the story of how it all started and how how kind of the different people came in and how it really turned into this little movement, which
Yeah.
was really lovely. Fun fact, I saw Paula Cole. She when Peter Gabriel toured for the 25th no, for the Secret World album,
Okay.
Paula Cole was his female backup, um, vocalist. And so I saw her there before, like, anyone really knew who Paula Cole was. It was right before
I
all of
mean,
Paula Cole blew up.
everyone knows her who has watched one episode of Dawson's Creek.
Mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
good for
Mhm.
her. Get your money, girl.
Get your bag. One thing I do want to say, one of the most interesting parts of the documentary, in my opinion, was how they talked about how this can never be recreated because the culture changed so much,
Mhm.
and it
Yeah.
kind of comes to a head with Woodstock '99, which we also covered. Who did I
Yep.
cover that with? Jenny, my sister.
Jenny, yeah.
That's I think we did that on Loomis Recap, right? Trainwreck,
Mm,
Woodstock '99. I think
you
so.
might have done it on Gen X, This Is Why.
Either way, you'll find it somewhere. It's
Yeah.
either on Gen X, This Is Why, or Loomis Recap. But it was, and how just the toxic masculinity of the
Mhm.
aughts is starting there.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, we tend to think that this is happening now with the manosphere, but it
Mm-mm.
was starting then.
It was, and this type of music isn't so much a thing anymore. And I mean that
Mm,
by the singer-songwriter movement of music. And if people ask me what my number one favorite genre of music is, it is
same,
singer-songwriters,
same.
particularly female singer-songwriters. And I used to I
Oh,
used to refer
toxic
you
men,
enjoy
singer
Toxic Men.
songwriters. Yeah.
I I used to refer to, like, all of the Lilith Fair music as lesbian folk music. You
Mm-hmm.
didn't have to be a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Like
But it
Sarah
made you
McLachlan,
feel like
not a
one.
lesbian, but
Made you feel like one.
feminist,
Yeah, you could be one.
woman-centered
Mhm, mhm.
folk music, and this was my jam.
If I was ever gonna make out with a woman, it would have been at Lilith Fair.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'm
feel
sad
like.
I didn't make out
Yeah,
with a woman at
yeah.
Lilith Fair. What was
I
I
feel like
doing with
that's
my
where it would have
life?
happened. Mhm,
Yeah, that's probably
mhm.
because I was there with Charlie.
Oh, yeah, that would have been awkward.
Yeah.
Um, so let's get into this, shall we?
Yes.
So again, Lilith Fair ran from 97 to 99. So we open with Sarah McLachlan. She's telling us in religious mythology, Lilith was Adam's first wife before Eve. He refused to treat her as an equal, so she left and built her own garden.
Good for
I
you,
knew
girl.
nothing about this.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
I wrote Sarah McLachlan has a beautiful house.
Yes. Yes, she
Mhm,
does.
mhm.
So everything about Sarah McLachlan is beautiful, and if
Yeah.
anybody comes after me and tells me terrible things about Sarah McLachlan,
No,
I
we
don't
won't
wanna know
believe it.
them.
We won't believe them.
I don't wanna know them. I wanna go see her in concert. She's touring again. I saw her last year when she toured for the 30th anniversary of Fumbling Towards Ecstasy.
Mhm,
Cried the whole time, and also
mhm.
had that moment where during, In the Arms of the Angel, I was able to do Will You Save a MILF? Because that was right in the middle
Yes.
of MILF
Yes,
Manor.
I remember.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's good times.
Sheryl Crow now I was real into Sheryl Crow. Was it
See?
Tuesday Night Music Club was that album?
I think
Oh,
so.
was so into her.
Of this group, Sheryl Crow is low on my list.
Oh, no, I remember driving around in my Ford Ranger
Mm.
and, blasting that album, my dad's Ford Ranger, and I had the cassette
Oh, yeah.
blasting it, yeah.
I think I just got real tired of Every Day is a Winding Road.
I don't think that was on that album.
Okay, but maybe that's my issue, though,
That
with
was her next album that she put out right before this.
Okay, 'cause I just
blew
got
her
over
to
that.
stardom. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just got over it. It was overplayed for sure.
Now you have me think now I wanna see what was on Tuesday Night Music Club. Can we have a Sheryl Crow corner?
Sure.
For 1 second.
Of course.
Okay, I'm looking. In 1996, so the album we're thinking of where If It Makes You Happy and all of that is on and Every Day is a Winding Road is on her self-titled second album.
Okay, got it.
So her first album is Tuesday Night Music Club, All I Wanna Do, Leaving Las Vegas, Strong Enough, Can't Cry Anymore. That's a good album.
I did like Strong Enough. That song I really liked a lot.
Yeah, that's a good album.
I think I just got over her because she really got overplayed for a while. And it was just
she did.
there were certain songs.
Yep.
It's like Gin Blossoms. I was like, I loved Hey Jealousy the first million times I heard it, and then it was the next day, and I was over it. It was like, you just beat these songs into the ground, and it's not good.
So, Amanda, on a scale of 1 to 10, tell me how surprised you are when I say the following fact.
Okay.
The music industry is controlled by men.
What?
Oh, it's a 10.
Even Leo was surprised. He just went, "What? Yeah, what? We don't value women artists?
Nope.
What?
Nope.
What? When Sarah McLachlan showed up and they were like, well, maybe if you lost 5 pounds, we'd be into you.
Yeah, I'm really not surprised here. Liz Fair says, we felt as women this great sadness of why we didn't matter.
Yeah.
And she says she was asked to wear sexy outfits and she was just like ready to quit over the whole thing because it was so bad.
I was like Liz Fair back in the day.
I love Liz Fair.
Yeah.
Now we get some cultural context from Jewel. And she says it was Anita Hill, Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, that whole thing. Bill Maher openly calling Monica a fat chick, which we know is his go-to. David Letterman trying to kiss Jennifer Aniston against her will. Jewel says, some people would ask me as a young woman, could you really give a blowjob with those teeth? This was hard for me to watch, all of this. Because
this was hard for me to watch too.
Growing up, and even I'm going to do a call out here on Howard Stern. You guys know I like Howard Stern now.
Right, but then he was gross.
He was really part of the problem.
Like the way he was all over Suzanne Vega was so uncomfortable.
And that was tame compared to what Howard Stern did and said about women.
I know.
Yeah. Growing up during this time, like not growing up, but being older teenagers in our 20s and stuff, we were so like, I don't know, we just accepted this.
It was just the way it was.
Yeah, that women were just, I don't know, not as good as men. Period.
It was the 3-hour lecture I went to my freshman year of how not to get raped.
Yeah. Yeah.
No boys went to any sort of lecture.
No boys went to a lecture of how not to rape people. Yeah, no.
It was all for us about how not to get raped.
It's so crazy. So, Suzanne Vega says Madonna used sex to sell out, and I would not. And I didn't appreciate that because
I didn't either.
We don't need to dig on Madonna. She's a queen.
She's a queen.
And she's sex positive, and we like it.
She was revolutionary. I think the fact that she was so sex positive was part of what made her so great.
Yeah.
Because she had no shame, and she was one of the first women artists, not one of the first, but she was one of the hugest women artists to just be out there with her sexuality and fuck it if you don't like it.
Well, and I think you reach this point, not that I have ever been in this position, where you're just like, you know what? I'm going to use my sexuality. I'm going to lean into it.
Yeah,
and
why
use
not?
it to get me places. Yeah. So Sarah McLachlan grew up in Halifax, and as a good Canadian girl, she says she was raised to basically keep sweet, make everybody happy.
Yeah.
She could not be herself. She had no friends, so she turned to songwriting, as you often do. Turn to the arts. Plug for arts saving people. She wanted to be in the band, and mom said, "You will fail. You will fail, darling. Do you think you're going to go anywhere with this, you big loser?" Wow. I'm like, wow.
I hope her mother is sitting there going, called that one wrong.
She was forced to grow her own belief system, she says, because nobody else believed in her.
Mm-hmm.
So she gets a team around her of, ironically, men. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess sometimes you have to work within the system.
Yeah, but they all seemed
they were all supportive, but
they were all incredibly supportive.
Could those jobs have gone to women?
At that least time, it was probably a lot harder to find.
Yeah. So she gets a tour manager, Dan Frey. Their names don't really matter. Dan Frey let me tell this story real quick. I'm down at my dad's house the other day. Did I tell you this?
I don't think so. I don't know so.
I was down at my dad's house the other day and we were trying to describe somebody to Timmy that I thought he would remember.
Okay.
And my dad's like, the guy that's the photographer for blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Timmy, he had a big beard. And Timmy just couldn't remember, right? And so then my dad goes, it doesn't matter. He's inconsequential anyway. And I was like, oh my God.
Good. Wow. Dad. Wow.
Wow. So I just almost did something like that myself.
Yeah, you did.
I said, we don't need to know their names. They're inconsequential.
Who gives a fuck about these guys?
Anyway, Sarah
do.
McLachlan skyrockets. She's amazing. Mm-hmm. And she gets to America. She goes to LA. And like you said, they're like, you want to lose 5 pounds? You need to dye your hair. Can you get a boob job? And she's like, I never questioned my body before
that. I thought was fascinating.
Welcome Can you imagine? To America.
Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm. Which is ironic because America has body types of all different sizes and shapes.
Right. So does Canada, to be fair.
Yeah.
I had forgotten what a cute little pixie haircut she had back in the day. How freaking cute she was. She's always been stunning, but the cute little hair with the cute little barrette. I always wanted to be the person who could have the cute little barrettes in my hair. And
me too.
No, I never looked good.
I know what I wanted to look up. I wanted to see how old she was.
Oh,
she looks like a baby.
She's born in 68, so she's 5 years older.
98. So she's what, 30? 29
at this point?
Yeah, 29,
30. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, she's adorable and I love her.
Mm-hmm.
So she says, this sucks and I'm lonely. So I'm going to put another woman on the ticket with me. And the men in the industry were like, what?
A tour with 2 women? What are you talking about?
Nobody's going to come to this.
No.
Mm-mm. Luscious Jackson's drummer is interviewed and she goes, yeah, they would call it the meow package.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It was always billed as something salacious when 2 women were on the ticket.
They always had to turn into some sex thing. Like, I'm sure they're banging in the back.
Yeah,
of the
and
stadium,
now Madonna and Sarah McLachlan for their encore will come out and make out in front of you.
Right. It's so, I hate it so much.
Whatever. So Sarah McLachlan says, fuck off. And she calls Paula Cole.
Mm-hmm.
On tour, on this tour together, Paula would open the show by thanking the audience for being women supporting other women. And the tour started doing really well and selling out.
Mm-hmm.
In 1996, Sarah's team's like, this is fun. Let's get more people on board. And Sarah says, that's fine, but they are all female. That's my only, caveat there. And so they just asked. And Sarah's like, it was so simple. We asked and they said yes. And her team is like, no, it was really hard and we worked our asses off. I appreciate
We were behind the scenes, girl, making this all happen for you. You were just out there writing songs and singing Hold On and Ice Cream. It's fine.
And now
the work back here.
My girl crush, Lisa Loeb, who, oh God, I love her so much. She's a bit hesitant to sign up because she's like, I went to like a whole girls' school thing and I didn't want to be lumped in with just other women and just seen as a girl who plays guitar. But then she saw like the names that were signing on and she's like, yeah. They did 4 shows in 1996. It was a success. And in 1997, Amanda, they did 35 shows and they built a festival.
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was like one of those events where you felt really safe.
Yes. Dan Levy talks about that later.
It was an event where you felt safe.
Yeah.
Yes, there were men there.
Yeah.
But a man who's going to the Lilith Fair, I'm not going to say that bad dudes didn't go. But for the most part, a man who's going to go to Lilith Fair
respects women.
Respects and values women and treats them that way.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Sheryl Crow was the big headliner at first. They were, really happy to have her, but then they brought in Tracy Chapman. And they're like, nobody missed Tracy Chapman set.
No,
Like, it was
no.
amazing.
She is so fantastic. I wish she was more public 'cause I wish she performed more,
Mhm, mhm.
but oh my god, she's such a powerhouse.
Yeah. The promoters had a really hard time getting sponsors because even, like, water bottle companies were like, "Ew, ew,
Women?
girls? No, mm-mm.
Women don't drink water.
No, it's cooties." Mm. Brandi Carlile went
Yeah.
as
Oh,
a
I love her so
teenager,
much.
and she's like, "This was so amazing."
Yeah.
She's like, "It was total freedom, and I was a punky baby dyke, and the only one out in my high school." I loved
Yeah.
her.
I
And
know.
she's like, "There was so much in the Lilith Fair that was happening in the queer community that, sort of echoed what was happening in the greater culture," which was
Mhm.
Ellen coming out that
Yep.
year and stuff like that. Jewel's amazing, I love her, we see some Jewel performing. If you
She's
guys
such a
have not
baby.
watched Alaska,
I
The
need to watch that.
Last
I've not
Frontier,
watched it.
it's her whole family is so talented.
Really? I'll have to watch
Yeah.
that. Fun fact, she, like, stayed at Charlie's friend's Zach's house in San Diego, like, when she
Mm.
moved down there. When
Oh,
she was,
when
like,
she was
living
living
out
out
of
of
her
her car?
van and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
She stayed with my friend Zach.
Okay.
Very like, before she was really anybody. Who is it that you just said that I wanted to make a
Brandi
comment about?
Carlile?
Brandi Carlile. I saw a video of her and her wife, and they
Mhm.
were doing, like, a Lilith Fair game if they were, like, name that song,
Mm.
and her wife was just schooling her on every
She was
song.
poking
It'd
her?
be, like, one note. She'd be like, "Lisa Loeb, blah, blah, blah," and she's like, "How
Yeah, yeah,
are you
yeah.
getting all of these?"
That would be Timmy. Timmy
Yeah.
knows music like unbelievable. But to be fair, I'm not a musician.
Right.
It would
Right,
be
right.
like Timmy and I playing trivia and him schooling me in novelists or something.
Right, right.
Yes, yeah, which he probably could. All right, so one thing I loved is they talked about how the festival heavily employed women.
Mhm.
So they were looking for, like, women crew members, women sound engineers, and somebody says, I think it's Sarah, that Lilith was this incubation of female talent in front of and behind the stage. I thought that was a cool quote.
That's wonderful, and I wonder how many women were able like, it'd be interesting to find the stats of how many women were able to get their foot into the industry via Lilith Fair. These
Yeah,
women
they
that were hired
yeah,
that might
behind the
not have been
scenes, yeah.
hired.
Yeah,
Yeah, road crew and stuff who might not have been hired for other
mhm.
tours like this. Yeah.
They were the first tour to bring in healthcare, and
Yes.
they say grown men were crying because they could send their kids to the dentist, and I wrote #America.
Hashtag
Mhm,
America.
mhm.
What was the first thing I texted you this morning? You could
Yeah.
switch over health insurance to Todd and save us a boatload of money.
Yep, yep. The Indigo Girls come on board. Now, I would argue, even though I loved the Indigo Girls more, I think Sheryl Crow's a bigger name at this point, more
At this
mainstream.
At this point, she's a much bigger mainstream name. In the
Yeah.
indie world,
The
Indigo
Indigo
Girls are
Girls are
bigger,
everything. Yes.
but
Yes.
in mainstream pop radio, Sheryl
Mhm.
Crow was definitely bigger, but the Indigo Girls just had such a cachet about them.
I know, I love them so much.
God, I was so into Amy Ray back in the day.
Really?
She was
Mm.
so high on my list of women for whom I would have
Mm.
ventured to her team so
Hmm.
quickly. Love
All I
her.
know is when I was teaching myself to play guitar, like, I was really wanting to learn an Indigo Girls song, and
Mhm.
it's just they're too hard.
Yeah,
I
I
can do
know.
Closer to Fine, that's about it.
I know.
They're very
I need to start taking guitar lessons. Yeah, they're hard. They are
they're
very they play complex music.
They really do, and I
Yeah.
think she has a 12 string. I think that she plays a lot.
Yeah, they both have
Yeah.
a couple of guitars that they switch
Yeah.
back and forth on a lot, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, Amy was playing well, either of them could play a 12 string. I mean, they're both incredibly talented musicians.
So we see jam sessions that look absolutely amazing.
Can
Did
you
this
imagine?
happen at your Lilith fairs? Like, they a bunch of people come out during the encore and play together?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
It was just such a happy, fun,
Mhm.
warm environment where, like, anything could happen in between sets, like, people would just be bopping around and
I
different
have to
music.
ask Timmy if he's ever been. I bet you he went to one.
Wouldn't shock me.
'Cause he went to see Tori a whole bunch of times, like,
Mm.
he was into that kinda stuff. I wonder if he went to a Lilith fair.
Surprised Tori Amos didn't make it.
I know, me too, I was
There's,
waiting
like,
to
a
see
couple
her.
artists that I was
Yeah.
always like, "Why didn't they
'Cause
get
I
in on
saw,
this?"
like, when they did the sponsorship stuff, I saw, like, a big tent for rain, so I
Yep.
thought I was expecting to see her. No.
Yeah, no.
So, Amy and Emily say, "We were so gay. We thought people would be weirded out." But nope. And now we see them all on stage playing Closer to Fine, and Jewel is yodeling, and I was like, "Oh my god, I wish I could see this."
I know. It would be so amazing. Can you imagine just sitting on the floor backstage at Lilith Fair, and they're all figuring out the harmonies of how they're gonna
I
sing
know, it's
together?
so great.
I would have been like an apoplectic sobbing mess.
I again implore anyone who loves singer-songwriters and just that whole artistic method and stuff like that to watch Nashville. It's
Mm,
all about it. If you can take out the melodrama, which there's not a ton,
okay. I never
oh, the
watched Nashville, and I
singing,
should.
songwriting is so good because 'cause they're actually doing it.
Right.
Like, they hired people
To write
who
them
could
songs.
sing. And so, like, they are actual musicians from Nashville who are,
Could
like, in the show.
could Connie Brinton sing?
Yeah, she sings her own stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I
good.
love
It's
her.
interesting. Me too. She was my least favorite, though. There was everyone who watched the show knows it was Gunnar and I forget the other girl's name, but they were like a duo. They were
Okay.
in love and they would write the most fantastic songs.
Okay.
I have all the
Okay.
soundtracks on my
You're
on
so
my
cute.
playlist.
You really do need to watch Friday Night Lights at some point to
Mm.
discover the joy that is Tammy Taylor.
And who's in it that you guys think I'm gonna like?
Oh, you're gonna be all into,
Not Walton Goggins. He's not
Riggins,
in it,
Tim
right?
Riggins.
Who plays him?
Oh, he's the guy who played the same guy that played David Koresh.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're
Taylor
Oh, yeah.
Taylor
Taylor
Kitsch?
Kitsch.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep.
Look at me, I got there.
Wow.
Took a minute.
Okay. Oh, I don't like his hair, and he
No,
looks
you
too
would like
young.
you will like him in Friday Night Lights.
Is he
I was
grizzled? Is he grizzled enough for me?
He's grizzled, he's dirty, he's
Okay.
tortured.
Okay, he looks pretty clean in these
He comes
pictures,
from
but
a real rough family.
okay.
He's raised
Well,
by his brother
okay.
because his father, I believe, was an addict. Like it's he's broken enough to be for you to be into him.
Wow. Okay.
Am I wrong?
We need to send that clip to Janet. So there was an air of acceptance. Everybody
Mhm.
says that, like we were talking about earlier. People felt safe. People felt warm. People felt just a bond with the
Mhm.
audience.
Yep.
And they were also giving a fuck ton of money to charity and
Yes.
demanding that sponsors did it as well, which I loved. It
Uh-huh.
was almost, Amanda, like, women could run things.
I wonder what would happen if we let women make the majority of decisions.
Yeah, yeah.
I wonder what would shift and change.
I don't know. Everything.
Nah, we can't let women do that. They're too
Better
emotional.
not
They
let
get
them
their
anywhere near
periods.
anything. Yeah.
They get their periods. They can't handle this.
So, all right. So now we have this thing with the Grammys. A lot of the people who are performing at Lilith Fair are nominated for Grammys that year.
Which is great.
Yep.
But
But Sean Colvin wins a Grammy. Paula Cole wins Best New Artist.
Mhm.
A lot of them are nominated, like I said. But then Sean, Paula, and Sarah were all asked to share the stage in a melody. And every single song that was nominated for Record of the Year should have their own spot, we are told.
Yep.
This did not age well. Hanson and R. Kelly had their own spots. I'm like, yeah, that's probably because they don't want to let R. Kelly near Hanson because they're underage.
Yes. Or let R. Kelly near any of the women there.
Yeah.
They had to perform together because heaven forbid someone winds up alone with R. Kelly in like a hallway.
Jesus. So they're not happy about it, but they did it. They thought about boycotting it, but they didn't. And at one point, Paula Cole raises her arm,
Oh,
and
God, I
God
remember
forbid she has
this.
a little bit of armpit hair, and people go crazy, and it makes national news. And Jay Leno is trash, which is a note I have written many times throughout my career as a podcaster. Jay Leno is trash. Jay Leno is trash. Jay Leno is trash.
He's trash.
Yeah.
I remember when that happened and people losing their damn minds. And I'm like,
Mhm.
half of my friends didn't like shave their armpits for a while. Like, who
Yeah.
cares?
Yeah. So the fair starts getting some pushback because of a lack of diversity. They're calling it the Lilith White Fair. And I just wrote, would we hear this criticism about a male tour?
No.
They're
Women have to
picking
do
this thing
everything
apart. We have to
perfectly.
do everything right. Yep. But Sarah, you know what? She agrees.
To her
Let's
credit.
fix it.
Yeah.
So they get Erykah Badu,
Mhm.
and she spells her name Erykaah, which I actually think is kind of badass because it's like Erykah.
Yeah. Oh, I always thought she was cool. I was never super into her music.
Yeah.
But I always
Yeah.
thought she was very cool. I liked her.
Missy Elliott, who I love.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Latifah. To see Queen Latifah and Bonnie Raitt jamming out together was fantastic.
It's amazing to put these people who, generally speaking, would not wind up on a stage together. Missy Elliott and the Indigo Girls aren't generally going to cross paths in their careers. And they did here, and it was so cool.
The Chicks are there. They bring in other genres like the Chicks and Emmylou Harris. And they're bringing R&B, and we see that. The critics, including women like Sandra Bernhardt, are ripping this apart at every chance. So Sarah's like, hey, Sandra Bernhardt, why don't you come to a fucking show?
Right.
And then decide what you want to say. And she does. To her credit, she does.
Yep.
And she ends up like being on stage and performing and being like, this is great.
I feel like Sarah McLachlan is just...
She should be an ambassador to something.
She's walking class.
I got it. Sarah McLachlan should be nominated to be the ambassador to the Manosphere.
Yes. She, I don't want to, I don't know if I want to put her in front of that. She's a precious thing that needs to be protected at all costs. But she could handle it. She could stand up to it for sure. Yeah. She's just, I love how as Lilith Fair evolved, she evolved with it.
Yeah.
And I just like the fact that she was willing to own the shit, and she was willing to put her money where her mouth was and wasn't afraid of stepping on any toes or offending anybody. And then if she offended somebody, she made it right.
I agree. I totally agree.
It's amazing.
Chrissy Hind is there from The Pretenders. Great.
She's
Meredith
like,
Brooks,
I thought this was bullshit.
I know. She's like, I was not into this at all. And then I was like, oh, wait a minute. Missy Elliott's jamming out with Bonnie Raitt. I'm there.
I'm here for this. Yeah.
They had to do a press conference every day. And the male reporters were assholes. They were like, are you having sleepovers and braiding each other's hair?
Right.
Do you all get your periods at the same time? Do you want to dish about your other performers? Because, you know, women like to gossip. I mean,
fuck off.
Sinead O'Connor comes on and she does Fire on Babylon, which is amazing.
God, all right. This is a true RIP.
Yes, it is really a true RIP.
I loved her so much.
Hearing Sarah and Sinead sing Angel was amazing. Yep. Dan Levy's there, Amanda.
I love him so much.
Am I saying his name right? Levy?
Yeah. Levy, yeah.
He says being there was one of the earliest moments he had of safety. He was 12 or 13. He was in the closet. He was being bullied. This felt safe.
Oh God,
there are a lot of
little child he was.
I know. There were a lot of testimonies from teens who were queer and either were not out or were newly out, and they felt accepted here. But there were also a lot of men. Like, I think it had the reputation that only women were there, and that was not the case.
No, there were definitely men there. Charlie, I know, went to one of them with me for sure, because that was our jam as music. Like, the thing that he and I bonded about first and foremost was a love of singer-songwriters and music.
I'm asking Timmy if he ever went. I don't know if he did.
Okay.
I could see it, but maybe not. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of men there. Yeah. And like we said, men who go to this are our allies.
Women.
They're cool.
Yep.
You're cool. You're one of us. You're a lady of a certain age now.
They're happy to celebrate and raise women up.
Yep. So Sheryl Crow said she was super inspired as a young person by Bonnie Raitt, and to have her here and to play with her. And I just wrote, Bonnie Raitt could play the fuck out of a guitar.
Bonnie Raitt is such an incredible musician.
Another thing they talked about that I thought was really cool is there was a lot of mothering. There were a lot of babies. There was a lot of breastfeeding. There was a lot of babysitting, handing
Erykah
babies
Badu
off.
out there just singing with her baby on her shoulder.
With their baby. Yep.
As you do. Which, God, if we could just like normalize mothering, parenting in general. Men should be normalized to do this too. Like, there's no reason. Does Eddie Vedder have children?
I think so.
Okay. I'm just going to pick him.
Like, I mean, we're waiting for the DNA test, but
I understand, to make sure your children aren't his.
Yes.
But like, why couldn't a man also have his baby out there while he's singing? Like,
yeah, he has Olivia and Harper. That's right. He does have children.
Good names. Good names. I like both those names.
We considered Harper.
I love the name Harper.
I do too. But I agree with you. Why couldn't we just...
Why can't
normalize bringing your baby to a rock festival? I mean,
The only issue I would have is the ear thing, but you can put little headphones on little babies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There was also a huge emphasis on promoting new talent.
Mhm.
We see Christina Aguilera doing At Last.
Right.
And, like,
Baby Christina Aguilera.
killing it.
Yeah.
Nelly Furtado's there. India Arie
She's
is
like a
there.
bird, you know.
Yes. Yes.
Anytime her name would come up, Charlie and I would just look at each other and go, "She's like a bird,
She's
you
like
know."
a bird. They set up a village, which was a
Mhm.
new concept, and there were, like, sponsor booths that you could go to, but a lot of them were, like, orgs.
Right.
Like I said, there was RAINN, there was Planned Parenthood, there
It
was,
was
like,
like an
all that
eco
kind of stuff.
village of, pro-environmental, pro-women,
Yeah, God.
pro, you know, peace
And they weren't just
groups.
trying to sell you shit like you go
No.
to now.
No, if you bought anything, it was to benefit these groups, or you donated money, or they had, educational materials and whatever it was, or, you get a water bottle. And so you stop using your plastic water bottle, whatever it is,
Mhm. Yeah.
all
Yeah,
that
and it
good stuff.
wasn't $45 to get the
No.
water bottle.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So, they had planned let's get into the Texas of it all, shall we? They planned a Planned Parenthood booth, and the
Mm.
venue in Texas was like, "Nope,
Nope.
not happening, not happening." Joan Osborne, badass,
Mhm.
talks about it openly at the press conference. She's like, "This is bullshit. We should be able to have this here." And Sarah McLachlan's like, "I was super uncomfortable because I was raised not to rock the boat."
Yeah.
Like, this put her out of her comfort zone.
And I like that she admitted that. Like, putting my money where my mouth is wasn't always comfortable for me, and it was hard.
Yeah,
I wish I wish we could change the narrative about Planned Parenthood for so many people in this country, because so little of what Planned Parenthood does is abortion services.
doesn't matter.
I
It's
know.
just the rage target.
It's the largest provider of women's health care in this
Yeah,
country.
yeah,
It's an incredible organization that does incredible work, and because of the Hyde Amendment, not a single penny of federal funding
can go to
funds
abortions.
abortions, so,
Yep,
like, stop.
stop.
I mean, that's why I'm done with I did, like, the breast cancer 3-day walk, the Susan G.
Yeah.
Komen. That's why I was done with them,
Oh,
because they
yeah.
wouldn't give money to Planned Parenthood, and I'm like, "How can you be the largest, you know, fundraiser for breast cancer and then not fund the largest provider of mammograms in this country?
There
Like,
were
what are you
other
doing?"
problems with the Komen thing too,
Yeah.
weren't there?
Oh, yeah, that was a lot of, like, the percentage of money that was getting to the causes was not that great, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
there's arguments to be made about just funding of breast cancer in general and how it's so usurped other cancer. Like, it's
Mhm.
very complex.
There's enough problems for everyone
There
to go
are.
around. Yeah.
Mhm. For sure.
So, another the compromise they came to with this venue is, okay, Planned Parenthood can be there, but nobody can talk about it.
Right.
So Joan Osborne gets up there and she's wearing a pro-choice shirt and she's like, "Thank you, Planned Parenthood, for being here tonight."
Yep. Fuck
Loved it.
off.
Loved it.
Yep. What were they gonna do? Shut down the whole festival?
So Sarah McLachlan is kind of inspired by this.
Mhm.
And when at a press conference, a group called Feminists for Life are angry that they were denied a booth there, Sarah McLachlan goes, "Yeah, it's my festival. I could do whatever I want."
Mhm.
Smile. I
Yeah.
loved it. I
I loved it
loved it.
too.
And she said, "It felt great to say that."
I bet it did. I bet it did, because I can do what I want, and I'm going to put my money into organizations that I feel are supporting the things that I want to support,
Yeah.
and it's her show.
Yeah. And this is where Jerry Falwell comes in and he starts going after them. This is why I have struggled
Mhm.
with this whole Roe v. Wade thing for so long, because there's a piece of me that is like, we need to take that off the table for people to stop fighting. Because I think people use that as a
Oh, yeah.
cudgel they weaponize it in so many ways.
Yep.
It's such a complex thing, because then you're like, okay, well, if you push it back to the states, there are states where people cannot get access, period,
Oh, yeah.
and lives are in danger, and children are dying and forced to give birth to the baby of their
Right.
rapist, and
10-year-old children are giving
right.
birth. Like,
So
it's
it's like
fucked up.
it's such a complex issue. But, like, going back to this time, it's like, "Oh god, these pro-life groups are just" like, this was a common thing.
Oh, yeah.
They were all I remember being on college campuses, and they would have the big signs.
Of the
Like
pictures with yeah.
yes, it was all the time. It was in our face all the time. It was
And
crazy.
what abortion was to us in the 90s and the early aughts, in our late 20s, early 30s, is now what trans rights,
Yep, you're
gay marriage
100%
are.
right.
And they will
It's just
get
whack-a-mole.
yep, and they will get
Mhm.
thrown around to distract from
Yep,
actual things.
yep,
You
yep.
know, we start talking about trans people in bathrooms, and so we completely ignore the fact that we are going to rip millions of people off of health insurance.
Or we completely ignore the fact that, like, I don't know, there were 6 mass shootings last weekend.
Right, right,
Yeah.
but, uh-oh,
Mhm.
some trans person might be in a bathroom, better get on
It's
that.
ridiculous.
It is so ridiculous, like,
Um,
can we actually deal with the real problems,
yeah,
not the fake
but
ones?
like, this was the time when that pro-life stuff was all over the
Mhm,
place.
mhm,
So Sarah starts to feel like, and I get this, she's like, "This festival can't be everything for everyone.
yeah,
Like, this is unsustainable that I have to keep making these concessions constantly to try to be perfect." Because, like you said, women are held to this impossible standard.
mhm.
They never would have done this to a man tour. Never. Never.
No,
You're not seeing the Warped Tour have to deal with this.
no, no, no,
No.
no,
Mm-mm.
what was that tour that,
I just maligned the
oh,
Warped Tour, and I don't even know if I'm factual on that. Warped Tour.
oh, God, what is that? What was the name of that group that the guy at one point was really, really big? He played the harmonica all the time.
Oh,
Blues Traveler.
Blues
Blues
Traveler.
Traveler.
Yeah,
That's who it
yeah, yeah.
was. Because um they did a festival too, and I went to see that, and that was the Horde Tour.
Oh, I remember that.
Yes, I went to see that,
Yep.
um, as well. I saw that in Connecticut. Yeah, I think the challenge becomes how do you keep how do you have to be perfect all the time? Like, Michelle Obama talks about it in her memoir about how the day they left the White House when they were done, she exhaled for the first time because she felt like for 8 years she had to be perfect as the
Yeah.
first Black First Lady of the United States,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
she couldn't be
Yeah,
because she's a human being. Sarah McLachlan, same thing. She can't
yeah,
be perfect because she's a human being. She's gonna do the best she can. When you call her
yeah.
out on the lack of diversity, she was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'm looking around the room. There's a bunch of white people. Let's bring in some
Mhm.
diverse
Yep,
talent."
yep.
Like, I don't I'm always so enamored and impressed by women who will put themselves out there in this way because you're gonna come under constant criticism no matter what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at the women who run for president, who have
Yeah.
run for president.
Yep.
So, in 1999, Sheryl Crow leaves and does Woodstock. Now I need to know if I covered it because I wanna direct people to that episode. Do you
I
know what I
feel like
mean?
it was Gen X, this is why, because we didn't do it was on a long time ago.
I'm gonna pause and look.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, as usual, Amanda was right. So look for that on the free feed of Gen X, This Is Why.
Mhm.
Jenny and I did it right when it came out. But we went through the whole thing, and if you didn't watch the documentary, you gotta watch it. It was one of the first train wreck series.
And it was
It
bonkers.
was bonkers.
Fred Durst,
Ugh, and I remember not to be confused with Robert Durst.
love it.
Love it. But Sheryl Crow does it, and they're screaming at her, "Show me your tits," and stuff, like, totally different environment.
Oh,
There
yeah,
is a
real
ton of,
gross.
and I'm just gonna say it, there's a ton of 20-something white men,
Mhm.
and they're real aggressive, and they're real fucking angry.
Yep.
And Cheryl says Woodstock captured the cultural consciousness. Like, it was 90s male culture coming to a head.
Mhm.
You see Kid Rock there calling Monica Lewinsky a hoe and Bill Clinton a pimp. Fuck right off.
Fuck
I
off.
hate that asshole. Um, so it's a whole different, like, the world is just changing. And I
Mhm.
was thinking about this after watching. I'm like, that's also the year Columbine happened.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was, even though that was not the first school shooting,
It's
even
the
that
f
year,
it's the first
it's
one that hit everyone's
it's
consciousness.
the first one that most people remember.
Yeah.
So it's like this just change, right? In the air, like phew, things just changed. In the end, Lilith Fair did community well. This is a quote from somebody that I don't have written down. The power of women and the power of music is important, and so is the power of purpose. August 31st, Amanda, 1999 was the last Lilith Fair. I think it was in Edmonton.
Yeah, let's see.
And Sarah McLachlan changed the way the music industry looked at women. Amanda, radio stations are doing crazy things like playing female artists back to back now.
Whoa! What? Whoa, 2 women in a row?
Are their meals going to touch? Because then we can't have that.
No. Yes, the last one was in Edmonton.
Erykah says she was inspired to create a fair in her own community, and that was called Sugar Water.
Cool.
And Sarah says she gets asked if they're bringing Lilith Fair back. And she says it would have to look completely different because we tried it in 2010 and it didn't work.
Didn't go good.
I could see that. I could see it not working.
It's not the right time. I think it could maybe do better now.
Yeah, it needs to look more like it did towards the end, where you're having, the Missy Elliott's, the Emmylou Harris. Like you need a bunch of genres, and you definitely need younger people. Like they talk at the end about Boy Genius, they talk about Taylor Swift, they talk about Billie Eilish, Beyonce, like all those people. You know what I mean? That would be great.
That would be incredible.
Taylor Swift would have to headline, of course.
Oh, I forgot Disappear Fear was one of the headliners for the 99. Oh, God, I loved them so much.
So what happened in 2010 when it didn't work?
I don't know a lot about it. Like, I vaguely remember it coming up. So here's from Wikipedia. The tour was plagued with financial problems from the beginning. The first 7 shows were sparsely attended, and the 8th show was the first to be canceled. Initially, Sarah McLachlan claimed in an interview posted on the Arizona Republic website that the July 8th Phoenix show was canceled in protest of Senate Bill 1070, which she strongly opposes. I vaguely remember that, but let's see which one that is. That is
anti-illegal immigration, that whole nightmare.
Yep. And then the tour fell apart as headliners Carly Simon, Norah Jones, Kelly Clarkson, the Go-Go's, and Queen Latifah dropped out, fearing they would not be paid for their performances.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm looking at some of the names on that one. Cat Power, Beth Orton.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The Weepies.
Sarah.
Yeah. The Weepies.
Oh God. I would have loved to have seen this.
Yeah, I would have too.
Jesus.
Suzanne Vega. Sarah Bareilles. Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
But yeah, like when else would what other place would like Erykah Badu and Sarah Bareilles wind up together?
I know.
It's just incredible.
So what actually happened, Sarah says, is that men in power want to keep that balance. That's what happened. So they almost start boycotting people who were at the original Lilith Fair. Like it gets real weird.
Yeah.
But this is where they say like progress finds a way. And then we get a little Boy Genius, and I love them. And of course, Taylor and Billie Eilish and Beyonce. And we get a little Brandi Carlile tour at the end. And that's kind of where we end, like on this positive note of, are we swinging back around to a more female-centered music industry? Or at least are women finding...
I think we're getting close.
Representation.
I think we're getting back to it. I mean, Brandi Carlile throws her Girls Just Wanna festival in Mexico every year, which I would love to go to, but I'd need to win the lottery in order to do it. Brandi Carlile is someone I would really like to see live. I never have. I was supposed to, and then I forget why we wound up not going. I think my friend I was supposed to go with got COVID or some.
I know you will not be surprised by this.
Yes.
Not a huge concert person.
I know you're not. Too many people.
Yeah. It depends. Like if it's in a small venue, I'll go 100%. But I'm not a big like out in a field festival kind of. I guess I would have liked that when I was younger.
Yeah,
now it just feels uncomfortable.
I am such a concert person. I have gone to so many concerts. It's one of those things that I just really love. And when Charlie and I met, he was volunteering for an organization that put on folk shows. And so we had Dar Williams, we had Ani DeFranco, we had Richard Shindell, we had Patty Larkin.
Ani DeFranco, I'm surprised we didn't see her.
I'm surprised Ani DeFranco never made it to Lilith Fair, but we had all these folks. Like I made dinner for the Neilds, and it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And just this getting to be behind stage, seeing these people, it was great.
When I worked for the radio station, I got to go to every concert at Montage Backstage, which was
Okay.
really cool. I saw some really good shows, but there is nothing more that I love than seeing a band in a bar. Like,
Yeah.
going and see just your local musicians. I love it. I love it. That's why I wanna go to Nashville so bad,
Oh, we
'cause
should go.
I just wanna go hear really good music
Walk up and down Broadway in
in
every
local
bar.
bars. Yep.
Bar after bar after bar
Yeah.
is phenomenal music and people that are just dying to break in.
Like, I love live music, I just like it in a smaller, kind
I
of
prefer
more
it in a smaller venue too.
condensed way, yeah.
I don't really like big stadium shows.
I just don't. I
The
don't.
only band that well, let's see, I saw Coldplay a couple of years ago, but really at this point, the only big stadium show I would go see again is U2 because Wendy and I will always go see U2 together.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just our thing.
Alright, well, we've said it all.
Yeah, this was a nostalgia documentary. It wasn't
I
a
recommend watching it,
it
guys.
was
If you grew up during this time or you were around it, watch the documentary. There's a lot of, like, just good performances and music, and you'll be like, "Oh, I love that song. Oh, I
right. Oh,
love
I
that
forgot
song."
about that person. Oh
Yep.
my god.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the fun of it more than the,
I
crazy
agree.
story because it wasn't that much of a crazy story.
I agree. I agree. Yeah.
So,
I kept waiting for, like, I don't know.
some controversy of some sort
Yeah.
to
But there
happen.
wasn't, because everybody lived happily ever after, because it was thrown by women.
Right. Because women are gonna just be chill.
Unlike Woodstock 99, where it ended in raping and fire.
Right,
Lilith Fair did not end like that.
or that Astro World
Oh,
situation.
yes.
Mm, god,
All right,
that was
guys.
bonkers.
So let's go through what we have coming up this week. So today's Monday. Tomorrow, you're getting your Seeking Sister Wife, of course.
Whoop,
You're
whoop.
getting 90 Day the Other Way. On Wednesday, over on Murder She Watched, my murder show podcast, you're
Yep.
getting Death in Apartment 603, What Happened to Ellen Greenberg on Wednesday.
Oh, I need to watch that.
And Amanda and I are finishing our Big Love rewatch this week.
I can't believe it's over.
It's over, girl.
It's over.
Yeah. And Axel and I are continuing Special Forces as long as Cody hangs in there. We'll see. We'll see how long he does.
I think he's gonna go far.
I think he's gonna make it pretty far.
I think so too,
Yeah.
particularly given that he keeps being one of the people they're throwing out on the press junkets for it.
Yep.
Tells me because he's not the big name that's there.
No.
Teresa Giudice is a way bigger name than Cody Brown.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's the one they keep throwing out, I'm like, ugh. But
Ugh.
Amy, I love quarterbacks.
I love quarterbacks. Breathe through your mouth, dude. Breathe through your mouth. God. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you get a chance, do us a favor. Leave us a 5-star review if you think we've earned it. We would love
Fantastic.
that. Thank you so
Yes.
much. And we'll see you next time.
Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.